What's up, everybody? All right, tonight we're gonna do some calling. We're gonna do some calling for you guys. This week's training. As you guys have questions, put them in the comments. If you need anything, let me know. I'll try to answer your questions if I can. Rounds them on the phone, but I'll probably take some breaks in between the phone calls and answer what I can for you. If you can hear this all right, put something in the comments. Let me know you're ready to go. Hopefully you guys are fired up for this, right? If you're fired up for this, you're ready to see me make some calls. Show me some love. Let's get this going. Let's get some excitement. And let's make it happen here. All right, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be calling down my leads inside of my Podio. So inside my CRM, I'm just going to go down through and start calling some of these leads, right? So I'm not cold calling. What I'm doing is I'm just calling down through some of my older leads and just trying to, so just so we understand, these are just leads. So anyone that we send a text message to, or anyone that we might have, someone might have cold call, or we send them an RVM, or they saw an ad someplace, they saw a bandit sign, whatever it is, right? We got these leads inside of our CRM. Now I'm just going to go through and start calling some of them, right? So hopefully your business is set up the same way. Obviously, you gotta set up this automation so your leads come in, and then you got to call these different leads, right? So here we go. We're going to start call through some of these leads, and hopefully, I'll do this for a little bit here tonight, and I'll answer some questions, and hopefully we can get something under contract tonight. All right, that'd be kind of cool. I'm not sure anyone else trying to do this right now, right? Hopefully, let's bring you guys some value. Share this live if you will. Let's keep on growing this group. I appreciate all you guys, and hopefully you guys appreciate me doing this stuff for you. So see how it goes here. I could be a little bit rusty. I don't make calls really anymore in my company, so it's pretty rare. But I'm gonna do it for you guys. So I'm gonna try hopping onto my CRM right now, and I'm going to try using the speakers, talking into my computer, into my CRM. But I'm doing live through my computer as well. So if you can, once I get going here, let me know that you can hear me and you can hear the seller, okay? And if you can't hear the seller, or if it seems muffled somehow, you guys can't understand what's going on, I'll probably have to hop off and I'll go live on my phone and then call through my computer. So make sure you guys let me know if you can't hear anything or if it's not working. First time I've ever done this, right? I don't know if anyone's ever done this. So, but hopefully you guys get some value out of it, right? Hopefully you learn something, right? So I'm not saying that I'm gonna get a house under contract, but at least want you guys to understand that it's not that scary, right? It's not that scary to make calls. It's not going to be hard. I'm going to show you just a basic script. I'm not doing anything fancy, right? I'm just here going through the motions and doing what you guys got to do every single day. You just got to make the calls and you got to talk to people. And the more calls you make, the more people you talk to, the more offers you make, the more deals you're going to get under contract, and the sooner you're going to start making money. So let's just see how this works. Let me know if you guys can hear it. I'm going to start it up right now. It's ringing. So I'm on a triple dialer right now, and it's ringing right now.
Hello? Hello?
Hey, Gertrude?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Nick. I'm calling about your property over on East St. Lewis on 79th? Calling about your property on 79th Street. Is that still available?
Well, no, I'm already in a contract with somebody.
Oh, you are?
Came at it, yes.
Oh man, I missed out. If you don't mind me asking, how much you sell it for?
I sold it out for, it went for $24,500.
24.5. Okay. Sounds good. This is my phone number. For any reason, that contract does not go through, I would love to buy this property. So just keep my number and call me if anything happens. Okay.
Okay, I sure will.
All right. Great.
Tell me something. Okay, then. Thank you.
Have a good night. All right, I'm going to pause this right now. Could you guys hear that? Hold on. Let me pause these other calls I got going out so I can hear you guys. All right. Could you guys hear that? All right. So you can hear the seller, right? All right, cool. So I'm going to keep on going. You guys can hear that. Let's keep it going there. Looks like it's going to work. Cool. All right, so I got 4 lines dialing right now. It's going down through my people, the leads in my CRM. And what it's doing is leaving automatic voicemails for people as well when they don't answer.
Hello.
Hey, is April around?
Hello?
Yeah, is April around?
Oh, no, she's not here right now, but this is Dan, her husband.
Hey, Dan, how's it going? I'm calling because I'm interested on your property on North Anson Street in Tulsa.
You're what?
I'm interested in your property at 2220.
Oh, Evanston?
Yeah. I'm calling because I'm interested in buying that property. You still
okay.
You still interested in selling it?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
Somebody called me about it here a while back. I told them to fuck off, but
Well, hopefully don't tell me to fuck off, right? I mean, I'm trying to make you a nice offer. I believe you might have spoke to someone on my team. I'm not sure, but maybe it was one of them. But I just want to follow back up because I'm definitely interested in your property and I'd love to buy it if we can come to an agreement.
Oh, what was the nice offer?
Well, I just got to get a little bit more information about the property. I'm not going to lowball you and I don't want to waste your time. I know you're probably a busy guy. Did you have a price in mind that you were looking to get for it?
I hadn't really thought about selling it too much. I just know that it made me angry that the guy would offer me $8,000 when I paid $15,000, $20,000 for it 10 or 15 years ago.
He offered you $8,000?
Yeah, that made me a little angry when somebody would say it's less than I paid.
No,
property values here are going up, not down.
I understand. So you paid, I can see here you paid $15,000 for it. So you'd want to get at least $15,000. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, but we put a new roof on it. That was $6,000, and then we put central heat and air in. That was $6,000. There were granite countertops, new bathroom, hardwood floors, new. What else did I put in? New water heater. I think everything in there is brand new.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to have.
That's what I like. I'm looking for some turnkey properties. I'm looking for some turnkey properties that, that maybe I can buy and kind of rent out or something like that. So you think this would be a good fit?
I don't know. I mean, are you in the area? Let's just go look at it.
Well, the problem is I don't want to waste your time. You know what I mean? I know you're busy and I'm definitely busy. So what I like to do is I want to make sure we're at least in the same ballpark, right? And then if we're close on price, we'll definitely come out and take a look at the property. So what I'm doing, I'm just looking at my computer right now real quickly just to see what some of the houses are going for in the neighborhood, just to make sure that we're somewhat close. Does that seem fair? Just give me a second. I won't take up too much of your time. But you're telling me it's in good condition on the inside.
Yeah, it was just remodeled.
Okay, I like that. kitchens and bathrooms as well?
Yeah, it's got new kitchen, it's got granite countertops, new cabinets, wood cabinets, not cheap shit cabinets, not ones made of particle board, MDF, or any of that shit.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking around the area here. I see, there's some different properties selling, some renovating the property, some look in decent condition. I do see one over here on North College Ave. I don't think that's too far from you. That's sold for $15,000. What else am I seeing around here? I see another one on North College, 1916, sold for 15. But I know yours is probably better shape than that, from what you're telling me.
We're probably just too far apart on it.
Well, I'm still looking around the area here. Like I said, I want to make sure I stand tall.
I rent that thing out for $700 a month. That's $8,400 a year.
Okay, and you have a lease on that, or is that month to month?
I've got a lease. I think it expires in September. I think maybe.
Okay. And if we can come to an agreement, I can take over that lease for you as well. If that would help you out.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, can you look another property up and tell me what it should sell for?
Absolutely. Whatever you need. I'm your man.
220 North Tacoma Avenue.
220 North Dakota.
Tacoma. Tacoma.
Okay, let's see here. I got it pulled up. Just give me 1 second. Is this your property as well?
Yeah, what's the value on that property?
Tacoma time. 1 second. So this is a good sized property, huh? This is how many units in this?
4.
4 units.
Yes.
Would you rather sell that property?
Downstairs. What?
Would you rather sell that property?
Oh, I don't. That's what I'm trying to think of what I want to do on it.
Okay. All right, give me 1 second. I'm just pulling up a couple things. Well, the values are all kind of all over the place here, but my computer is telling me what it does. It gives me an estimated value of what it thinks it's worth. Value? Estimated value is telling me it's 105,000.
100 what?
105,000. 105.
Do you see the loan on it that's on it right now, or no?
I don't see the loan, but I see that you paid 175 for it. Is that right?
Yeah, and the bank gave me another on top of that. They gave me 75,000 more. The appraiser appraised that at 398.
Yeah, my computer's telling me there's a negative equity 144,000 on this, so maybe that's not right.
Yeah, see the negative equity because the bank gave me 250 on that one.
Yeah, so you're kind of upside down on that one. Yeah.
No, they appraised it. I've got it sold right now for 395.
Oh, you got it sold? Well, great. That's good.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to make sure because I back out of the deal if you guys, but you're telling me it's worth 100.
Well, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing selling in the area and what my computer's telling me. But I would not be a buyer on that at 300 and something. What about your other property that I called you about? Could we come to an agreement on that if we were, maybe like around in the 20s? If I can
I can't do that.
What's the price that you would sell it for then? You must have a price in mind.
I don't know. Why don't you call me tomorrow about this time? Where are you located?
I'm in Florida.
Florida?
I am, but I have a team in Tulsa. And I could send somebody out there if we can come to an agreement. But I'm just the guy kind of calling you and seeing if we can come to an agreement on a price. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've got an office in Hollywood, Florida.
Oh, yeah? No kidding.
It's right, just north of Miami.
Yeah, I'm in Miami, so I'm close to you.
Yeah. We're trying to diverse. We're supposed to be buying some stuff over in Bimini Island.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, it's how far is that from there? About 50 miles?
Yeah, not too far. I'll tell you what. If we can come to an agreement on this house, we'll come down here. We'll have a beer together and we'll celebrate. How about that?
Can we take is DJ here? Can we take your boat out to Bimini Island?
We can do anything you want.
Well, let's try to work out the details tomorrow. You call me, and I'll kick it over tonight, and we'll think about it, see where we're at tomorrow. How's that sound?
That sounds good, sir. I appreciate it, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. All right. I'm calling again. Keep on calling. So as I'm talking to these people, I'm looking at my computer here, and I'm looking up the data on Estes data to see. I'm pulling all my comps and everything around as I'm talking to them. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Donald, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm calling about your property on Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I'm interested in buying that property. You were speaking to somebody on my team. You still interested in selling it?
I kind of am if the price is right.
I understand. What's the price you would sell it for?
Well, there's been a little bit of development. I pulled some comps in that area. There's a duplex that's over off of Troy Street, which I don't know if you're familiar with the area or not, but there's a duplex off of Troy Street that I think they want 129 for or something like that. My realtor told me.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I've got about $25,000 worth of work into it, and I was going to list it for that amount when it was done. But if someone were to come to me with a cash offer, then I would probably consider that. But I'd rather hear your offer and what you think it's worth to you guys, as opposed to me ask for a certain price.
I understand. So 129 is what you would list it on the market for. What would you do for a cash sale if we didn't have to pay the closing costs and commissions and all that kind of stuff?
Well, that's the price that I would sell for once it's rehabbed. It's not rehabbed yet, so I don't want there to be any misinformation there. It's not rehabbed yet, but yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'd like you to make me an offer since you're the one that called me and asked me about it. So
no problem.
If that's the case, then
give me
an offer.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I don't want to waste too much of your time here, but I'm just looking at my computer. I'm just kind of seeing. So you're telling me a duplex sold, or just maybe it's under contract?
I think it's pending.
Yeah, okay.
We're in the 120s, I believe. Yeah, 120s. I'd have to call my realtor and ask him what it was, but it was on Troy Street, which is just Troy Street, Notre Dame dead ends into Troy Street on one end of it.
Yeah, 630 Troy Street. I see it.
630, you said?
Yeah, 630 Troy.
Yeah, that could be it. I don't remember the address.
Yeah, I mean that's all the money to be honest with you, Donald. And I wouldn't be able to pay full retail. You know, so we might not be the best fit, to be honest with you. But if something were to change, and you just need to get rid of this property.
No, what I'm saying is, if you want to buy it the way it is as of right now, I would be fine with selling that, so I don't have to put the work into it.
Okay.
I'm not asking 100. I'm not asking 120 for it because I know it's not worth that right now.
Okay. What kind of condition is it in now?
Is the left side 143 it's not in great condition. I've got renters in there right now that's only paying $400 a month, but once it gets rehabbed, that rent's going to go up to $750. And then once I get the other side rehabbed, it just needs to have there is a bathroom upstairs that they can't use. And once that's finished, then I'm going to bump theirs up to, they're paying $700 right now, and I'm going to bump them up to $750 as well.
Okay.
So the one side's it's not in very good condition. It is livable. I mean, the water works, and I mean they live there. But I definitely discounted the rent because it's not in great condition. And then the other side's in pretty decent condition.
Yeah. How much work do you think you'd have to put into it? Like a dollar amount? Have you got estimates for the work?
Maximum is 25, and I'm looking at around 20. And I actually just got off the phone with my contractor. He's been ready to finish up a project here. When he's finished with that in about 2 weeks, he's going to start on my property. And there's approximately $20,000 worth of work done to it, give or take a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because what I'm kind of seeing here in the area is, I just want to be honest with you. I don't know what you're looking to get for the property in the current condition, but I got one here on 69 Notre Dame in kind of the condition you kind of explaining to me, sold for 40. I got another one at 505
that
Troy.
Was sold for 40, and that property is smaller than my house, is smaller than my duplex, and the prop that's before their rehab costs. That's before they've redone anything.
Well, it's actually it is a little bit small, a couple hundred square feet smaller. Yeah. What else do I got here? I'm looking at. I mean, and I see another one over here. What was I saying? Troy 505 Troy sold for 29. Let me look at the pictures on this one. That's the same square footage as yours. That's actually a 3-unit. Looks pretty rough. Another one over here in Baltimore. So that's kind of where the range that I would need to be in, somewhere in that $30,000-$40,000 range. If I just took it off your hands and closed in a couple of weeks.
If I had talked to one of your associates, I would have told them that $40,000 isn't going to cut it because I paid about $40,000 for it.
Yeah, I see you paid $37,000 for it.
I know it. I paid $36,600 or $36,500 or something like that. Yeah. So I mean, and I put a little bit of money into it, the rehab costs and stuff like that. So I have put money into one side. But I mean, there's no way that it's worth 40 because you dump 20 into it, you can get 120 out of it then once it's all rehab. So
would you take 50 for it the way it is?
I'm sorry.
Would you take 50 for
it? 50?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to think about that. At one point, I don't know if it was with you guys or there was someone else that I was talking to, and I thought about if they offered me 50, I'd take it, but. I don't know. I'd have to think about that for a little bit, I guess. Give me a day or so. Give me through the weekend. I guess now that I think about it, because it's almost Friday.
Is there another decision maker? Do you have to talk to your wife or someone else you got to talk to, or are you the main decision maker?
It's just me.
Okay.
So it's just something I got to mull over because I mean honestly, like I said, I dumped 20 into it and I'm going to list it for 120. Thereabouts 120s. So right. It's just hard for me to kind of walk away from $70,000.
Yeah, I mean, the hassle doing all that kind of stuff, right? Just you take your money and run and move on to the next project.
My phone broke up on me, man. I'm sorry about that.
No, I mean, have you renovated a lot of properties in the past? I mean, the hassle of doing that, right?
I have, yes. Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, sometimes people, they just rather just take the money and just move on to bigger and better things and be done with it and reinvest that money to maybe another building or something else, right? So, I mean, and about the real estate market, what's going on in the world right now. So now's a good time to sell if you are looking to get out.
What about 60?
60? Yeah, I just don't think I could get my partner to agree on 60 based on what I'm seeing here. I think 50 is standing pretty tall, to be honest with you. So obviously we got to think about what this property is going to be worth, not just today, right? But with everything going on, what's this property going to be worth in a year from now, right? And the amount of money we got to put into it and all that kind of stuff.
Because I mean, so it's a rental, and you can make $750 at least a minimum. You can get $750 out of each side, so you're bringing in $1,500 a month before your taxes and insurance.
No, I understand that. I understand, but I'm talking just overall property values, right? We don't want to be a negative equity situation.
Do you anticipate the property value dropping?
I do, yeah. I mean, just think about what's going on with the unemployment, right? I mean, at some point, something's got to happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. It might not be next year, but.
Are you on speakerphone?
I am. Sorry, I'm on my computer. I'm calling through my computer.
Gotcha.
Sorry about that.
I don't think the real estate market's going to go down in the next year. So you talk about the unemployment. The unemployment situation is actually turning around right now. The numbers just got reported back that lower claims have came in this month. That's why the stock market kind of kind of surge there last week. So I think that's an indication of what's going to happen.
So you think the market's going to go up
or something like that? I'm sorry.
You think the prices are going to go up?
I think they are. I think they're going to maintain and go up.
Okay.
Especially investment properties, because everyone needs a place to rent. Or a lot of people need a place to rent. They don't want to buy. So rental properties, as far as I'm concerned, they're, if you can get them for the right price, which is what you're trying to do, then they're going to be they're a cash cow.
No.
If you got it right.
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying that there's going to be a doomsday overnight, right? But at some point, there's property cycles. Prices go up, prices go down. We're due for a down cycle here. We just got to look at everything. That's all.
What is your intention? What is your intention? Are you looking to flip it, or are you looking to rent it?
Each property is different, but this one here, we probably hang on to it and rent it for a while. We do a bunch of different things with that property.
The rent value is not going to go down.
No, I don't think the rent property is going to go down, but the overall values, right? We got to look at the overall values. At some point we did want to sell it. We don't want to be in a position where, we'd be in a negative equity situation. So,
I understand. I think you're going to run into that with any property though, or any sort of investment. You run that risk.
Yeah, of course.
You're trying to weigh your risk, but there's no way that I'm going to walk away at 40 or 50,000 when I can sell it tomorrow, or I can sell it in 2 weeks or a month for close to 120. Because that property on Troy Street that's pending right now in the 120s, it's not going to be in as good condition as my duplex is going to be when I'm finished with it. So I'm confident that I'll be able to get at least get 115 or 120 out of it.
I understand.
So it's yeah.
No, the thing is, working with us, we got to make it a win-win, right? We got to make it a win-win. I want to make sure that you're happy, but we need a little bit of a discount on our end as well. We're paying cash. You don't have to pay realtor fees, none of that kind of stuff. And if you need the money, I can have it to you in 2 weeks. We'll just do the title work, and I'll get the money over to you. I mean, if I could do that, if I can make this a nice, simple process, hassle-free, and get the money to you in a couple of weeks, do you think you can do the 50?
I'm not going to do 50. No, I thought about it, and I said 60 because that's going to be half of what I'm going to list it at.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of where I was at. I mean, if you guys were to keep it and put $20,000 into it, that puts you guys at 80. And then if you were to sell for 120 right away, that's a $40,000 workout right there. So, I mean, I get where you're coming from, but that's just, that's it. For me, it's just practically giving it away.
Okay. So what would be the bottom dollar? Maybe like low 50s, 52? No,
I'm 60. So if you can't do 60, I get it, but I'm not interested in anywhere close to the 50s right now anyway. So, because I'm going to get 120 out of it. I'm that confident with it that I'm going to get 120 out of it.
Well, I understand you got that one comp, right? But that's the only one.
Well, that's because that's the only one that sold recently. When was that last one that sold that you said is on at 69 on Notre Dame? When did that sell?
All right, hold on 1 second. I'll change my criteria here. I'll tell you. All right, so let's see here.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's 2018.
No. Right here, I got pending right now 364 deeds, and so it's pending. One on the market at 529, and it's listed for 23,000. I got one here.
What's the square footage of that duplex?
Well, it's 23,000. I mean, it doesn't really matter the square footage, but it's bigger than yours. It's 2,800.
If you're going to do if you're doing comps, you do comps that's comparable to the area for the house that you're looking at. You can't look at a 1-story 2-bedroom home if you're looking at it. If you're also comparing that to a duplex that has 6 bedrooms and 3.5 baths or 4.5 baths.
Well, let me tell you this.
Compare apples and oranges when you do that.
Let me tell you this, Donald. This duplex is bigger than yours, a couple hundred square feet bigger. So I understand the apples and oranges thing, but I just want to let you know that I know what I'm looking at here.
My question again to you is that property at 69 or whatever it was, Notre Dame Avenue, that's a duplex. When was that sold?
The 630.
When was it sold?
The one that you're talking about for the 129?
No. That one's pending. I'm asking you. You used as an example. You used their property. You said 69 Notre Dame Avenue, and you said that one sold for 40 or something like that. You used that as a comp or as an example. When did that sell?
I'd have to go back, but I'm looking at my computer right now. I got one active, went 417, listed for 29. I got one active one I just told you on deeds.
That's not a duplex.
At 529, that's 23,000. I got a duplex at 319 deeds. One active 415 of this year. It's on the market for 35. right? So, but that one's smaller than yours.
Is
But I
it
understand what you're
occupied?
saying, but you know what I mean? I got the data in front of me here. I would love to make a deal with you. I mean, like I said, I just got to get this approved by my partner. I think it's a great property. But I don't know if I can get him to go much more than 50. If we can meet in the middle someplace, I would love to
No.
get this done. If you want to think about it, I can call you back tomorrow. And
No, but I'm not. That's what I'm saying though. 60 would be something I'm even questioning even 60. Just the only reason I'm considering that is because I would get out of it right away. But I know when I put 20,000 into it, I can sell for 120. So it's not economic sense for me to sell for 60 or even 50, for that matter. Then when I can sell for in a month and a half, 2 months, I can list it for 120. And maybe I come down to 110 and that's fine, but it's going to be in great condition. It's going to be drawing $750 a month. So, I mean, that to me is, that's a pretty good return. That's more than the market's giving you right now. You're concerned about what the market's going to be like for the real estate in 3 years. That's fine. But if you're that worried about it, then maybe this is something you should just flip. And I'm not trying to tell you how to do your business, but if that's the concern, then you should probably get in and get out. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm flipping it and I'm getting out of it.
Well, maybe that's what we'll do. You know what I mean? But we got to cross that bridge when we get there. I want to make sure we're at least agreements on a price. So why don't we do this? Why don't we touch base tomorrow? I'll talk to my partner. You think it over a little more. I know you want the 60. And
yeah, I'm not budging off. I'm not going to budge off that.
So I just want to make sure I'm clear on this. If I can give you the 60,000 and close in a couple of weeks, that's something you're committed to moving forward with?
Let's cross that bridge when you come to it. You come to me tomorrow with 60,000 and then I'll give you a yes or no answer.
All right. Let me do this as well. Donald, I want to give you my cell phone number. Do you want to take it down so you have it?
I'm actually in the car right now. I'm not able to write that down. Are you able to text it to me?
I'm going to text it to you right now. And we'll touch base tomorrow, and we'll go from there, and we'll see if we can make something work. Does that sound good?
Okay. Yep. And what I'll do, to be fair about it, I'll give my realtor a call and just pick his brain about it, and we'll see what he thinks. And so I'll get a second opinion on it as well.
Okay, that sounds good. All
right.
I look forward to it.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bye. All right, so that's all right. Just so you guys understand, that's probably a deal, right? It's 60,000, it's worth 120. But once again, I'm trying to get some good deals here. I'm calling back tomorrow. He wasn't in a position where he was ready to sign tonight.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry about that. Is Melvin around?
Yeah, who is this?
This is Nick.
Okay, hold on. What do you, hold on. You know somebody
Little trick. Don't ever introduce yourself. Just say, come off like you already know the guy.
Hello?
Hey, Melvin, what's going on? I'm calling you about your property over on Easton. I'm interested in buying that property.
Nick.
Yeah, you spoke to my partner not too long ago, and you discussed selling that property, and I want to call you back to see if we can come to an agreement because I'm very interested in buying it.
I'm kind of in the middle of a deal right now. We signed a contract, but it's not final yet.
Really? Did you get a good price for it?
I did okay.
Tell me this: if it's not finalized, let me know what the price is. Let me see if I can beat it for you. How much he offer you?
Okay. I'll let you know after the deal falls through. All right.
How much you get for the property?
I can't tell you that. We'll talk about it if the deal falls through. Okay.
When you'll know that? When do you think you'll know that?
Oh, they said it would take about 60 days to close, and that's been about 3 weeks ago. So we got about a month left.
60 days to close? Would you go through a realtor?
No, it's just a cash offer.
Why does it take 60 days to close a cash offer? I can close a cash offer next week. Did he show you proof of funds? Does he have the money, or does he get the money from somebody else?
I have no idea why it's taking 60 days.
Well, you might want to have that conversation with him because if you're interested in selling, I could have the money to you next week.
Okay, well, I'll keep you in mind, and I got your phone number, all right?
I appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Nick.
Talk to you soon. All right, we're still dialing. Still dialing. All right, guys, you guys getting the hang of this, right? I'm not doing anything special. Just have the conversation, talk about the property. We're gonna get one of these locked up here tonight within the next half hour.
Hello?
Is Eduardo around? Hello? Oh, hang on.
Please leave your message for 513.
All right, we're calling.
To
We're
an
calling.
automated voice messaging system.
See if we get someone to pick up. See if we can get a.
To an automated voice messaging system.
Let's go, people.
Please leave your message for.
Hello?
Hey, Lauren.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? This is Nick. I'm calling about your property on Holbert Street.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested in buying that property. You still interested in selling it?
I am.
Great. How soon are you looking to sell?
As soon as possible.
How's 2 weeks sound?
That sounds good.
All right, good. I know you were talking to somebody on my team about this property. Looks by the notes here. You were talking about 35,000. Is that correct?
That is not correct. I said 40,000.
How much?
40?
40,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't want to waste too much of your time here, but I kind of see here that it needs some paint. It needs the wood floors. You got to be sanded and stuff like that.
Right, but I have a tenant that's about to move into it.
A tenant?
So I have a renter that's about to sign a year lease, and so I'm doing a lot of that work myself. So it's not going to need it, and so it would be able to sell for that 40,000.
Well, I'll tell you what. If we can come to an agreement tonight, you can put down that paintbrush, and I'll take over that lease for you. How about that?
I mean, I can certainly talk with you about it, but then I'd have to talk with, the realtor that I'm working with and my property manager.
You're a realtor? Oh, because they're renting it? I understand.
Because I have a property manager, and she's, associated with a realty company.
I understand. If we can come to an agreement, we can work with those people. That's not an issue. We do this all the time. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to give me 2 minutes. I don't want to waste too much of your time. I'm just kind of looking in the area to kind of see what houses around here are selling for. So what's going on with this property? I mean, obviously you'd like to cash out if you can. Have you had some issues renting it in the past, or what's going on with it?
Basically what it was is I had a renter in it that totally trashed it. And so it was costing me more money. Because really my properties, and then I do DoorDash and stuff too. And so those are my only sources of income. And so the property is costing me more money than than it's worth for me.
So what you're telling me is you'd much rather sell this property than rent it out. Is that correct?
I'm sorry?
So you would much rather sell this property and just cash out with it, so you don't have to deal with the headache anymore, and just you put some money in your pocket so you can move on?
Basically.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me see if I can help you out with that. And that 40,000, is that flexible? If we can come to an agreement, I can get you some cash pretty quickly.
I mean, it would depend on what the offer is, of course, but
Okay.
you know, I'm always open to negotiations.
Okay, that sounds fair. Okay, so I'm looking around the area here. I'm seeing a few things, and I'm just going to be transparent with you of what I'm seeing. So you're fixing it up currently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing one right next to you that just sold for 25,000 on Xenia 917. I see another one at 1114 Xenia for 18. They're kind of in the same condition you're telling me. Let me look at this other one here. This one sold for 32. This one sold for 32. This one's maybe same kind of your condition.
Well, you see, I've actually done the research, and there was a property nearby that was in worse condition than mine. It sold for 40,000, and
do you know the address of that?
not off the top of my head.
Yeah, so I'm assuming the property was probably a lot bigger. You know what I mean?
It wasn't actually. It was because what we were doing. You know what I did when I looked up for due diligence is I only looked at properties that had the 3 bedrooms. So I have 3 bedroom, 1 bath.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was only looking at properties that sold in the area for that.
I understand.
3 bedroom, 1 bath.
Yeah, I'm looking at this one right here. On this one, it's at 536 St. Paul Ave. Are you familiar with that address? It looks like it's right next to you. This just sold for 32,000. If I could do something around that price range, and I can get the money to you in a couple of weeks, and I pay all the closing costs. What do you think about that? Is that something you think you could agree to, and I'll handle the tenant, and we can deal with the realtor, we can work out all the details?
For 32?
32,000.
No, because I know I can get more than that. I know what the market is here in Dayton, and right now the market is strong.
You might be able to get more than that, you're right, but you got to keep in mind, you're going to have to put it on the market, right? You're going to have to wait to find a qualified buyer. You're going to have to show it. You're going to have to find a buyer that's going to get financing. You're going to have to pay closing costs. You're going to have to pay, a realtor, their commission, 6%. So, time is money. We take away all those fees and everything. I mean, wouldn't you agree the 32,000 is pretty fair if you think about a quick cash sale and I'm paying all that stuff for you?
Not for 32, I don't think that's fair, no.
Okay, what would you think would be a fair price?
I mean, just because, I've been in this for a little bit, and I know what my property is worth, and, yes, it needs a little bit of paint, it does need a little bit of work, but at most, because when I priced it out, at most it was going to be $2,000 or $3,000 worth of work that would need to be done, at most.
2,000 or 3,000?
Right.
Oh, you must got some cheap labor.
If you consider 40, or if you consider 40 and you subtract 2,000 or 3,000 from that, then that's still 37. So I would go as low as 35, but not lower than that.
35? Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me just look here quickly, and let me just double check a couple numbers. I won't be long, okay?
Okay.
Let me ask you this, as I'm looking here. Tell me about the kitchens and bathrooms. Have those been updated or are those original?
I believe that the bathroom has been updated a little bit. But I do believe that the kitchen is pretty much original.
Mm-hmm. And same with the flooring. That's kind of worn down a little bit.
Now that I'm not sure of. It's been a little bit since I've been in the house myself.
Oh, you haven't been there?
Like I said, it's been a little bit since I've been in it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I have a property manager that manages it. Because I don't necessarily want to be dealing with the tenants and all that. So I have a property manager that handles that for me.
I understand.
The last time I looked at the house was just after my last tenant moved out, when it was still pretty trashed. So I know there's work that needs to be done, just
Mm-hmm.
because I know what how it was left. But I also know from my property manager that it's not a lot of work that needs to be done.
I understand. Let me ask you this, because I think, the 35, I don't know if I'll be able to do that for a quick cash offer. But would you be open to any type of seller financing? That way you can turn into the bank instead of the lender, and you don't have to deal with any headaches. And I'll take over all the maintenance and repairs on the property and pay you on a monthly basis.
No, because I think your partner had talked to me about that before. And, I'm in Dayton, and we just had tornadoes here about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a lot of people looking for housing. I mean, anything that goes up for rent is rented very quickly. Because I also own an apartment building.
Yeah.
And so, I know that the market is good.
No, I understand that, but
I
understand the market's good and you can rent it, and that's beautiful, but you still have to kind of deal with the maintenance and upkeep and hiring a property management company, all that type of stuff. What I'm proposing is
not only can I rent it quickly, but I can also sell it pretty quickly. I mean, that's how I ended up getting the renter, is because she was looking, for a house that had 3 bedrooms. I happened to be one of the people in the area that had that available for her. Because initially I was going to just outright sell it. But then I told my property manager, I said, well, I'm willing to rent it to her for a year, but I also want to be able to, I want to put it on the market, while she's in it.
okay. So from what I understand, you'd much rather have the cash sale, which is fine. We can definitely do that for you. I'm just trying to make the numbers work. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to come up with some creative options of what we can make, how we can make this a win-win scenario for both of us. You know what I mean?
I understand.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I can do the 35. I think we're close. I really do. I'm at that 30,000 mark. I think that's kind of where I need to be. That's where I can get approval of my partner. He's the money guy. So I'll tell you what, why don't you think about it? I can give you a call back tomorrow. If that 5,000 is going to make or break it, then I understand. But that's something I could close quickly on. And if you needed the money, I could definitely help you out.
I certainly understand that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So this is my number. Feel free to give me a call if something changes. Okay.
Okay. And I'm sorry, what was your name again?
My name is Nick.
Okay. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
All right. Once again, let that rest a little bit. Okay. Let that rest. We got to get good deals. We don't want to be locking up deals that are too tight. Let it rest. We'll get that for 30. It might take a few weeks, but we'll get that fucking thing.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, how's it going? Donald?
Yes.
Hey, how's it going? I'm calling about your property over there in Marion. 573? Yeah. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going fine.
Yeah. What I catch you doing today?
The what now?
What I catch you doing today? Anything good?
Yeah. I'm doing pretty good.
That's good, man. Staying safe.
Yeah, same old, same old.
I hear you, man. Same here. Yeah, so I'm just calling because, I'm still very interested in that property over there.
Are you?
I am. I'm interested. I want to buy that from you.
When you want to close on it?
I don't know. How's a couple weeks?
Sound good to me.
You like that? Okay. I know you were talking to someone on my team, I believe. I don't have the notes here in front of me. For some reason, we weren't able to come to an agreement. So I'm trying to reach out and see, where we went wrong and, how we can help you out the greatest.
Okay.
So what kind of happened? Why weren't we able to come to an agreement?
Huh?
Why weren't we able to come to an agreement on that property?
Yeah. I told you I'd take 7 for it.
Yeah, 7,000.
Yeah.
All right. Give me 1 second here, and I don't have, like I said, I don't have the notes in front of me. What's the kind of the condition on the inside of that?
Oh, it's kind of messed up.
Kind of messed up.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up. But it's livable. I'm living in it.
You are? Yeah, I see it here. It definitely looks like it's pretty rough. You got a 2-car garage, right?
Yeah. The garage is working alone.
All right. I'm looking in the area here. I see one over here on Tyler Street that just sold for $4,300. So it looks like you paid $2,000 for this property, huh?
Yep. I got about like 4,000 to work in it.
You got 4,000 in it? What'd you spend the 4,000 on?
Framing.
Framing?
Framing.
All right, I'm just looking around the area here. Give me 1 second. Ooh, yeah, it could be tough because I see one over here on North Greenwood. It's in pretty good shape. It sold for 15,000. Could you do any better than 7 for me?
Man, I'm sorry. I can't do it right now.
I understand. I understand your position. So you're just trying to take the money so you can move into another place? Is that kind of the thing? You need enough money to get into another like an apartment or a house or something?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything I can do to help with that? If we can come to an agreement on a price, is there anything I can do to maybe help you find a new place or anything?
No.
Okay.
Not really. Move the stuff out of there.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Only thing I would need.
Yeah, we're a full service company here, Donald. So, we try to go above and beyond for all of our clients. And if you ever needed any help with anything, we're here to assist. So, but the first portion of that is coming to an agreement on a price. And if we come to an agreement on a price that works for both of us, I'm more than happy to bend over backwards and help and hire some movers or help you find a place or whatever we need to do to make it a nice transition for you. So you just let me know what would help you out the greatest, and I'll see if I can do that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, why don't you think about that a little bit? Because I'm just kind of seeing the other houses that go in the neighborhood.
Got it close up?
Say that
got
again?
a tow truck?
Do I have a tow truck?
Yeah, I'll probably trade a tow truck for it, a rollback.
I don't have a tow truck. I mean, if I could find a tow truck, you want to trade straight up?
Yeah, a rollback.
All right, I'll put it. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna put it here in my notes here for my team members can look tomorrow for a tow truck, and if they can find one, we will give you a call back tomorrow and see if we can work something out. How about that?
That sounds great.
All right, man. I appreciate your time, and hopefully we'll be talking tomorrow.
Okay.
Have a good night. Yeah. So once again, guys, I'm trying to go through these calls pretty quick because these are just follow-up calls. They're not. If these were
Espinosa from Metropolitan Soccer and Sport Soccer and Leadership Academy.
if
Sorry, I
these
cannot take your call at this moment. But please leave a message and I call you back as soon as possible. And remember,
if this was like the first initial call, I would be building a lot more rapport on the call, right? To try to get to know the person, that type of stuff. But these are follow-up calls, right? So I'm trying to get through these calls. The more calls I can make, the more offers I can make, the faster I can make money, right? So when you're doing follow-up, it's all about speed. So,
Hello.
hey, Janice.
Yes.
Hey, this is Nick. I'm calling about your property on Constitution.
This is who?
This is Nick. You spoke to somebody on my
Okay.
team not too long ago, and I'm following up with you because I'm interested in buying that property if you're still interested in selling it.
I think you've got the wrong number. Who are you? I'm having a little bit of a time hearing.
I'm sorry, my audio is not the best here. I'm calling about 14120 Constitution Ave. Is that your property?
Yes.
Okay. The reason for the call is you spoke to somebody on my team not too long ago about us purchasing that property, and I want to follow up with you to see if we can come to an agreement.
Oh, okay. And what is the company?
It's We Buy Houses.
Okay. I don't recall exactly who it was that came out, but I've decided to go ahead and stay.
Oh, you're gonna stay there? You and your poodle are gonna stay there for a little while longer?
Yes.
Okay, I understand. So there's no price that you would have that, you would say, if I could get this price today, I'd be willing to sell the property.
No, I'm afraid not. I've decided I'm not ready to move at all.
Okay, maybe you're going to stay there for a while, probably.
Yes, yeah.
So let me ask you, why were you considering selling? Did you solve whatever issue you were dealing with?
Well, yeah, my husband passed away February 1st.
Sorry to hear that.
And there was some repairs, and he failed several times that last weekend, and I kept seeing him in the hall, and I was just I was going to move to a retirement center and checked it out, all of that. But I've decided that it's just too much, too soon. So
I understand.
I'm staying here.
Okay. Well, yeah. Why don't you stay there where you feel comfortable, and if you ever change your mind, you know how to get a hold of us. Okay.
Will do.
All
Thank
right.
you for calling.
Of course, and stay safe. Okay.
Okay. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, so I'm going to mark that one so we don't call her again and keep on disturbing her. So I'm going to mark that one as a do not call. All right, and we're going to keep on going, right? So you have to know how to read each customer, right? My tone of voice for every person is different, right? I can read them. Hey, Bruce.
Yeah.
Hey, Bruce, this is Nick. I'm calling about the property on Harriet.
Oh, well, what about it?
Hey, I'm looking to buy that property if you're looking to sell it still. You were talking to somebody on my team?
No, I'm not looking to sell it.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Oh, okay. At one point in time, it looks like you might have, but you kind of changed your mind?
No, he had called me to ask me if I wanted to sell it, and I thought about it, and I basically said, no, not right yet, because it's a complicated matter. I inherited the house, and it's owned by a lot of different folks.
A lot of people gotta, okay.
Sign up. They got to sign off on it, so I didn't want to go through that at that time.
Yeah, so you don't think you could get everyone to sign off on the sale?
Yeah.
I understand. How many parties are involved?
9.
Yeah, that could be messy.
Yeah, and they're not all here. Only me and my brother are here. The rest of them are in Houston and Columbus.
Okay.
So, at this time with Corona going on out there, we didn't want to, start moving around.
Okay. So, but in the future, you're thinking about selling. Maybe once you can.
The price he was quoting, my brother didn't like. So.
Say that again.
Huh?
Can you say that again? I missed it.
The price he was talking about the neighborhood, he never gave me a price, but he was neighborhood and around it. My brother said no, he wouldn't settle for anything less than 30.
30,000.
Yeah.
I'm just looking right now in the area to see what homes are selling for. What's the condition like?
It's not good.
Yeah, because I got one right here, right next door to you. It's 2 houses down at 432 Harriet, just over 15,000.
Yeah, and that's in the neighborhood. That's what we were talking about, 15 to 18, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And got one.
But you don't think you could get your brother to agree to that?
No, he's not going to. He already told me.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is you're probably not going to get more than that, so you might be hanging on to it forever,
Well, again, that's my big brother, so he's basically, I pay the taxes and he manages it. So
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this: would it be helpful if I had a conversation with him and see if we can discuss the price that way? Is that something you're open to?
Sure, you can call him.
I'll give him a call. Hold on one second. Okay, what is his number?
937-274-5847.
And
his name is Ronald Bruce.
Ronald? Okay, so what we'll probably do is we'll give him a call tomorrow. And, we'll just talk to him, have a conversation. And, if it goes somewhere, great. And if it doesn't, and no hard feelings, we part as friends. And, maybe if you guys ever change your mind in the future, we can do business then. But I'll try him tomorrow, and maybe I can convince him, and we can get a deal for you. How about that?
Yep, it sounds like a winner.
All right, man. Well, have a good night, okay?
Okay, you do the same.
All right. Bye-bye.
They trying to buy that house on Harriet. 14, 15,000.
He knows.
Oh, yeah, they know.
He knows.
Okay. Just put the number in here. I'm going to call the brother. I'll have someone on my team call the brother tomorrow. See what we can do. Right, guys? So, once again, I got this paused right now, but as you guys can see, it's just constant. We're just making calls, guys, right? We're just making calls, see if we can drum up any business, having conversations, digging some pain points out what we can, trying to figure out people's motivations and figure out how we can help them. But really what I'm doing when I'm making these follow-up calls, guys, the only thing I'm doing is I'm gauging motivation. That's all I'm doing. That's the only thing I care about is does the seller have motivation? If he doesn't have motivation, this is not going to go anywhere. But can I pull some motivation out of them? Can I ask some key questions to maybe get some motivation? Can I see what their pain points are? Can I see, what their future plans are, what they might want to do with the property? But I'm not getting a ton of rapport on these calls on purpose because I'm trying to get through them quickly. Someone on my team's already talked to these people. And for me, I'm just trying to show you guys how you can make some calls and how you can get through these. So I'm going to keep on doing this for a little bit more, and let's see what happens here. If you guys are liking this, if you guys are enjoying this, if you're getting some value out of this, let me know. And I'm going to keep on going a little bit longer, and I'm going to see if I can get something under contract. Poke something in down below. Let me know some key things that you're finding, what I'm doing different than maybe, and something maybe you learned, or something that you're seeing that might be working, that you like, something that you might be implementing in your business tomorrow. Give me some comments and kind of what you guys are seeing. Hello. Hey, William.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, man? This is Nick. I'm calling about the property on 38th Street.
Who?
This is Nick. I'm calling about your property on 38th Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested in buying that property. You were speaking to somebody on my team?
Yeah.
Yeah, you still interested in selling?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I like that. Well, I'm interested in buying. I'm your guy. I'm the buyer on that property if we can come to an agreement.
Oh really?
That's right.
Okay.
I'm your man. I just got to ask you a couple of basic questions about the property, and just kind of see what we can do here. What's the price that you were looking to get for it?
Well, just like any old car salesman, I'd like to get all I could for it, but I don't know what's property worth over in that area. What do you think property's worth over there?
Well, I just didn't know if you had a price in mind that you said, you know what, Nick, you give me this amount, I'll sell the property to you, and we'll go on our way. You can take the money and move on to bigger and better things, and be done with the property and stop messing around with the headache. Is there a magic number you had in mind?
Oh, it'd be nice to get about 20,000 for it.
20,000, huh? That's
what were you thinking?
I think that's kind of rich for it, but let me take a look here. I mean,
I don't know. That's why we got to start somewhere talking.
Yeah, we do got to start somewhere. And I appreciate you giving me a price. Looks like
that's off the top of my head. Where are you at?
So it looks like the floor needs some work. Tell me about the overall condition on the inside, so I get a better idea of what's going on the inside of this property. I can see the outside.
Right.
What's the condition on the inside, sir?
It's about like normal, probably paint and carpet and.
Okay. Is it currently?
I'm not going to say that.
Go ahead.
I hadn't been in that house in over a year.
Oh, really?
It's just been sitting there.
So it's vacant right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Why haven't you rented it out?
We're not in the rent house business. I don't.
Yeah. Were you living there at one point in time?
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I hear you. I'll tell you what. I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to tell you a secret about that business. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. I've heard that. I do know some people that have rented houses, and have rental properties, and it goes from
This is the deal. This is
just
the
like
deal.
you said,
I'm gonna get this house.
perfect tenants that treat it like it was their own, and people that seem like turned a bunch of hillbillies loose.
Oh, you're not kidding. You're not kidding. It's it could be a disaster, but unfortunately, that's the business that I'm in. So, we are looking to buy another house in the neighborhood. I do have the funds available to buy one more house this week, and I'm hoping, maybe this can be the one that I can buy. We like to buy properties like this that need a little bit of work that we can go in, fix them up, and get some renters in there, and we'll deal with all those headaches for you. How much money do you think you would have to put into the property to get it ready to be rented?
Oh, you probably wouldn't have to spend $1,000, $2,000, there's and it's I know this doesn't make any difference to you. Man, there's a nice big shed in the backyard.
Let them talk as much as possible.
Boy, I'd like to try and.
Nice big shed.
I just don't think there's any way to get that big old shed out of the backyard.
So you'd like to have that
shed? You could
shed?
almost make that into a little rent house.
Yeah. I mean, what if I could work out a deal where you could keep that shed? Would that be helpful for you? Something you'd want to do?
Oh, I just don't know.
Okay.
How to get the doggone thing out,
Yeah, I hear you. It's probably more of a pain in the ass than it's worth, right?
Taking down fence and.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It seems so. Do you know when the last time the roof was replaced on that? And I'm just kind of thinking about some of the bigger ticket items. I know you said a couple thousand on the inside, but what about the roof and stuff like that? Any major items that I would have to do to the property that I would have to replace in the next few years?
I do not have a clue. I'll bet the roof is probably at least, because I heard a story about grandkids working on the roof. So I'll bet that's probably a 20-year-old roof.
Okay, so we'd have to replace that in the next probably 5 years.
Grandkids are like 40 years old now.
Yeah. So, probably another 5 years or so, I'd have to replace that. Okay, just something for me to keep in mind when I'm kind of thinking about my figures. You know what I mean?
Right. I understand exactly. Yes.
Okay, so you're at would you say 20? Kind of what you're thinking?
I had to. You put me on the spot, so I figured to get started at. My wife, that was her mom's house, and her mom was very proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, I understand.
So
and what we got to do?
We live in Norman.
Yeah. So okay, so you're a little ways away, so it's always tough to manage that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we don't want to be in the rental house business.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you what, William. I think like I said when I started this phone call, I think I'm your guy on this property. I would love to work this out for you so I can put some money in your pocket and you can just be done with it. But obviously, it's got to be a win-win, right, for both of us. And you seem like a great guy. I'd love to do business with you. I'm seeing one over here on Goff Ave, 3504. That sold for $10,000. If I were to offer you something in that range, I know it's not that far off from 20. What would you think about that?
Well, let me just go mention that to my wife. She's
okay. That sounds good. I'll hang out right here. I'm not going to go anywhere. Okay.
Okay. Hang on just a minute.
Good deal. Okay, I got him on mute right now. Talking to his wife. Seems like a good guy. He's definitely motivated to sell. Writes a vacant property. He doesn't know what to do with it. Hopefully I can put some money in his pocket. Looks like he wants to be done with the property, and I think it's going to be a deal for us. So let's see what he comes back with, and we're going to get something locked up live right now.
I'm sorry that took so long.
Hey, not a problem, William. Take your time. You know what I mean? No problem at all. So what'd she say? We got a deal?
No.
Oh man, you're killing me.
Well, I don't mean to be killing you.
Okay.
My wife said to save your phone number. She said that.
Well, let me ask you this, William. What did she say?
When her mom passed away, and she was over there cleaning out the house and,
Yep.
and stuff, the neighbors across the street, they kind of had I'm not going to say a tentative offer, because, you know, I mean, people are stressed at the time of a death in the family and stuff, but they were kind of talking about $15,000.
15,000. Now, let me ask you this. William. Is that a
The
cash
neighbors
offer?
across the street.
And that was a cash offer. They could close quickly for you and all that kind of stuff. No inspections, as is, just the way that it sits, right? I mean, I'll buy that thing the way it sits right now. You don't have to go mow the lawn. You don't have to do anything.
I do not know that. I did not know that. I'm just
Okay.
I'm just kind of trying to help my wife through this grieving process.
I understand, William, and I don't want to rush you guys either. You know what I mean? I understand you got to take your time, but like I said,
I talked out that price like that because I thought that, well, if somebody really would be interested in it for $20,000, that my wife would. And see, I didn't even know about the $15,000 that they had.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, William, because I am, like I said at the beginning of this conversation, I have to buy another property this week. And I would love for this to be the one. I know you got that offer at 15,000. I got to do something, and I'm willing to stand tall on you. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I can have a quick conversation with my partner. If I could do $16,000 for you, is that something that you 16,000? Is that something you feel comfortable doing? And what I'll do, is I can
see. My wife is thinking that she had guardianship on her mother and stuff, and she's thinking that she's going to have that needs to be probated.
Okay. So let me just look here. So it looks like currently, it's in the name of Melba.
Melba, yes.
Okay.
That's her mom.
That's who?
That was Dorothy's mother.
Okay.
Is Melba. And Melba passed away as the owner of the house, and she was adamant about not signing it over before she passed away.
I understand.
So how does that work? Does that mean you have to?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. I'm glad you asked that, William, because we deal with this situation all the time. So let me tell you how we can do this, and so I think this could help me out and make sure I can get another property this week, and it'll help you out so you can be done with the property and make sure you're getting top value for it. Is we come to an agreement on a price on this. If you're willing to do the $16,000, $1,000 more than the neighbor, right? So you're getting a good deal. We sign the agreement, and then my transaction coordinating team will actually we'll kind of help you throughout that probate process, and we'll be patient, right? We know that takes some time, but we just need to associate these funds to a property. So, I can't guarantee, once the property goes through probate, I'll have those funds available, but I do right now. So what we can do is we can come to an agreement, and you're not selling the property right now. You're not giving over the deed or anything like that. We just sign a simple agreement saying that we come to terms and agreement on a price, and then we'll be patient, and we'll actually work with you throughout that probate process. And when it becomes available that we can purchase it, we will. And so how does that sound? Does that sound fair to you?
Okay, can I reach you back at this phone number that you called on?
I can give you my cell phone number, but I mean, I'm happy to hang here tight. I got nothing else to do tonight, William. If you want to talk to your wife for a little bit, I got nothing to do. I'm sitting here talking to you. You're my man.
Well,
why don't you go talk to her? I'll hang tight. Go talk to her. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Yeah, I got nothing better to do.
okay, hang on.
Okay, we're running into some snags here. We're running into some snags with this property. We got neighbor issues. I got wife that wants more money. I got probates, but I'm trying to tackle them all. I'm going to tackle all these issues and see if we can get it done here. You don't want to get off the phone. Okay, another trick. I mean, make sure they know that if you're serious, stay on that phone call. So keep on tackling. We got a lot of objections on this deal, but this is a good deal. This is a good deal. If we can get it for $16,000, I think it's probably at least a $10,000 deal. I was hoping for 15. So, but let's see what happens here. I'm going to keep on working this guy and keep on make this conversation go in the right direction, and hopefully we can get it right. But you see how I overcame that objection, right? We had all kinds of different objections on this call, but I knew that he had motivation from the second I started talking to him, right? I think I mentioned in the beginning of the call, I'm like, this could be the deal, right? Because you can tell when someone's motivated to sell. I could tell what's going on. He didn't want nothing to do with the property. He doesn't want to be a property manager. The house is vacant. And, we're not trying to steal these properties from people, but, we got to make money too, right? We're providing a service. That's why I'm asking him, what can we do to help you? What would be the greatest? Do you want the shed? Do you want this? Do you want that? Does this seem fair? Ask those questions and provide a value, right? You don't want to be pushy. I'm never pushy on the call, and I don't recommend anyone that I train, any of my students, to be pushy either, right?
Okay, I'm so sorry about that.
Okay, William, let's talk. What do you think?
I need your name and phone number. We want to check you out a little bit and see if we can put together a deal.
That sounds great. That sounds great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my cell phone number. And let me ask you this.
Okay.
If I give you tonight to check everything over, if I give you a call back in the morning and, I'm the man who I say I am, do you think we have a deal?
Well, we possibly could. Could.
All right. Yeah, you look me up. I'm all over the internet.
When you're saying have an answer in the morning, that's probably too fast.
Okay. How much time would you need?
I'm gonna say and because since I'm in the middle of this with my wife and you, I'm going to say as much time as it takes for my wife to feel comfortable letting go of her mom's house.
And you know what? I think that's.
And I'm sorry I can't.
No, I'll tell you, William, don't be sorry. William, don't be sorry at all. I think you're a great guy, and I appreciate everything you're doing for this property and for your wife. I know it's a difficult situation, and I don't want to push you, right? I'm not trying to push you into doing anything you don't want to do. But I know for a fact that this is going to be good for you, and I'm going to be the best buyer on this property. I could pay more than anybody else, and standing tall, that's $16,000. And I'm a man of my word as well. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. So I'm going to give you all my contact information so you can look me up. And then when you feel comfortable, you let me know, and we're going to get this done for you.
Okay, I appreciate that help.
Okay,
that's fantastic.
So let me give you my cell phone number. I'll give you my name. And the only reason I was asking, just so you know, on the time frame, if you could do tomorrow, because like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure these funds for you. I'm going to hold aside the $16,000 for you, so I don't spend that on another property, right? Because we're looking at multiple properties, right? So
you do what's best for you.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Best for you.
I'm not going.
Like I said, I believe that we've had this on the back burner now for a couple of years.
Yeah, well,
so you just do what's best for you.
Yeah, well, my best interest is working with you. You're my man, we're going to get this done. So you got a paper and pen, or something you want to take this down with?
Yes, I'm ready to write.
Okay, let's rock and roll. 513 494.
I got it. 513.
Yep. 494.
Okay. 494.
So I want to make sure you understand that, and you can just look that right up online if you want. MaximumHomeOffer.com. You'll see a picture of my mug right on there, so you'll know exactly who you're talking to.
Oh, got your picture on there, huh?
That's right. So you know exactly who you're talking to, right? Like I said, I'm a straight shooter. There's no funny business here, and I want to make sure you feel comfortable. So you'll know exactly who you're talking to. There'll be a write-up about me on there, about my company, the services we provide, and we try to do the best we can. So hopefully you feel comfortable working with us, and we can make an agreement on this.
Right. I appreciate you very much for your call, and I hope we can make a deal. Thank you.
Me too. So I'll be looking forward to your phone call, and if I don't hear back, maybe I'll touch base in a few days just to see how everything's going. Is that okay?
That'd be fine. Thank you.
All right, sir. Have a good night.
We'll talk again, I'm sure.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. That's a deal. It didn't pan out the way that I wanted it to tonight. I was hoping to get that contract signed. But this is a good lesson. So I'm glad that it happened this way. I'm going to cancel some of these other phone calls so I can talk to you guys a little bit. But I'm glad it panned out that way, because if I kept on pushing that guy, I kept on pushing him and pushing him, I could have lost that deal. But no, I know for a fact that that's going to turn into a deal, right? He just needs a little more time. Anytime, a family member gets left a property and it goes through probate, he's dealing with his wife, he's dealing with a past relative. It's a tricky situation. So you got to be compassionate about those things. This guy just needs a little bit of time. And more than that, I know for a fact that I wouldn't be able to get that signed tonight. And I definitely wouldn't be able, one reason I know I couldn't get it for sale first tonight, because I can tell that's an older guy. And I'm almost positive that he does not have email, or he would know how to figure out how to sign a contract by email. So I would have to send somebody out to get that contract signed. So that wouldn't happen tonight anyways. So I'm not worried about it. So I felt good about it, and I feel good that we're going to get that contract. And I think he felt good about it as well, right? So once again, it's a win-win for both parties. I'll let him do his research, but I know for a fact we'll get that contract. And when I do, I'll make sure that I show you guys, and I'll let you know how much money we make on that deal. So I think that's a good one. So that's good. I think that's a good way to end this. I think you guys hopefully saw a lot of value in that tonight. I've been on here about an hour and a half, hour and a half worth of phone calls. And I don't know how many calls I took. I took maybe, 10, 20 phone calls. I wasn't paying attention. But out of those phone calls, in a little over an hour, I feel confident we got a contract, right? So hopefully, you guys can take that same mentality, see what I'm doing here, and get contracts as well, right? It's not rocket science, but you just gotta have good conversations, guys. Have good conversations, and you got to care about people. Be pushy when you need to be pushy. Direct the conversation. Control the flow of the conversation. Show more rapport when you have to show more rapport. But ultimately, what I'm trying to do is just get through these leads as much as possible. And the more conversations I can have, the more people I can talk to, the more offers I can make, the more money I can make at the end of the day, right? It's simple numbers, right? And then you got to know, like, when you're talking to the right person, only thing I'm doing on these conversations is I'm qualifying first. And then if I feel like there's motivation, then I'm digging into the rapport, getting to the pain points, find out what can help them, and seeing what's going on in their life and how we can change their life by giving them some quick money, right? So, like I said, I'm a little bit rusty on this. I don't make calls anymore in my business, but hopefully you guys still got some value from that, and you kind of see what I'm doing, and you can use these techniques in your own business tomorrow. And hopefully in my group, in my Facebook group, hopefully everyone on here is part of the group. And I would love to get some comments in the group tomorrow. Wholesaling House with Nick Estes, some people telling me about, some conversations they have tomorrow, and hopefully how this helped them. And maybe hopefully even someone can get a house under contract tomorrow based on what they learned tonight. So I hope you guys like that. I don't really know anybody else doing anything like this. And like I said, I'm just trying to think of more ways to bring value to this community, and I hope you guys really appreciate it. So that's it for tonight, guys. I can take a couple questions. If you guys have any questions, I'm happy to do that right now. Actually, before I get off, it's been an hour and a half. I'll go a little bit longer. You know what? I was going to get off, but let's go a little bit longer. Fuck it. I like to keep it going, right? I usually go a couple hours on this thing. So if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. I'm happy to answer any questions you have. If you guys want to come on live with me and ask me any questions, send me a DM. Let me know in the comments you're sending me a message, and you can come on live here with me. We can have a conversation there as well. And just so you can see here, guys, what I'm doing. I'm going to show you my screen so you can see what I'm doing here is, let me show you. Oh, let me share my screen. Hold on. So what I'm doing here is when I'm talking to these people, I just have Estes data up on the screen, right? Which is prop stream. And I'm simply having a conversation with them. And it's like I said, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not trying to pull a fast one over anyone. I'm not using the super elaborate script. I'm not trying to do anything crazy, right? Anyone that tells you you need to have anything wild in this business to succeed, you just got to know the right format and how to structure it. And that's how I can help, right? That's what I do in my programs, my courses. When I help people, I show you the right structure and I show you how to do it simply and how to do it ethically, right? And something that you can stand behind and you feel good at the end of the day that, you know, yes, you're making money, but you're also, you know, helping people out of the jam, right? That's what I'm all about. So when I'm doing this, I'm just simply looking over here and I'm looking at what houses are selling for in the area, right? I'm giving them some comps of what I see selling in the area. They're giving me the address and I'm going over here and I'm looking around and I'm explaining to them what I'm seeing, other houses that are similar condition, right? Most of these houses are in rough condition. So I'm pulling up these low comps that are in rougher condition and I'm showing them, right? I'm having a conversation with them. And by doing this, I'm not just throwing out an offer, right? If you just throw out a lowball offer to people, their house is worth $100,000 and you say, I'm gonna give you $50,000 for it, they're gonna hang up. But you have a conversation with them. You know, tell me about the condition. What's going on with it? How long have you owned it? You know, like, how can I help you? What's going on with this? And then I'm just saying, well, I understand what you're saying, but based on the condition, I see houses around here selling for this and this. You know, what do you think about that? Would you consider anything in that range, right? I'm not throwing out an offer right away. I'm educating the seller on what's happening, what's selling around them. So they have an understanding of some real numbers, right? And these are real numbers. I'll give them real addresses, right? I'm not filling these sellers full of shit. They can look up these addresses. I'm having a conversation with them, right? And they can see for a fact if they look up this address at 731 Faulkner Ave, and I say it's sold for $12,000, they can see this house is in pretty rough shape, right? And they're gonna see, okay, this is kind of the condition my house is in, right? And then once you get them in the ballpark, then you can start negotiating down, right? You start negotiating down to get those spreads that you need. So, you know, and also you probably noticed on this conversation, I put a lot of urgency, right, as well, right? I'm putting urgency in every one of these conversations. Now, I don't have a partner I have to answer to. I'm the money guy, right? But at the end of the day, I want to keep that rapport, right? So here's a little trick for you guys. There's always a partner. There's always a partner approval. I would love to make this work. I would love to make this a win-win scenario. But I don't think I can get my partner to agree to that, right? So you're keeping that rapport with them, and they understand that, you know, you're the middle guy. You're trying to make it a win-win for both sides. But realistically, you're just looking at the numbers, right? And you can see what you can pay for that property. You don't have to answer to anybody else. But, you know, if you come back and you start negotiating hard, then you lose all that rapport. So always put that off on another partner or somebody else. Okay? Let's just see what we can do here. See if there's any questions that I can answer. Can wholesaling be done in a non-disclosure state? Yeah, it can be done anywhere. I just recently rolled out a national campaign, so we were in 9 markets, and we're going all 50 states. All right, Nick, when you're in a virtual market, okay, let's pull up some of these questions so you guys see them. Nick, when doing a virtual market, how do you get all the pictures and send contracts? Okay, good question, right? So what I do is if I come to an agreement on a property, like this guy, if he was a younger guy and he was ready to move tonight, what I would do, I would say, okay, great, we can do that price. And this is how it normally works, right? We can normally get contract signed like this, boom, 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 right over the phone. But normally so what we would do is we send them an electronic signature like DocuSign or Right Signature, which will go right into their email, and they just type their name for their signature. Okay, and then I would hire someone on Craigslist or a boots on the ground, someone I find on social media, just to go out and take pictures of the property for me, and I pay $75 usually for that. Then I take those pictures to sell the deal. So I don't have to be in any of these markets. I don't have to know anything about these markets, right? You heard me talk to people tonight in probably 4 or 5 different states and different markets. I have never been to any of these states or any of these markets. I haven't been to Dayton. The guy that I doing that deal with, I believe that was, I'm not even sure what state that was in, but I guarantee it was a state I've never been in, a market I've never been in. I don't have to know anything about the market. Only thing I have to know about the market's right here. The data. I got all the data, right? I got all the information. This is my power. That's all I need to know. So yeah, I send a contract through the email, and then I just hire someone to get pictures. I use those pictures to sell the deal. That's it. That's simple. And if he's an older guy, then you can just hire someone to go out and hand deliver that contract and have him sign it. I mean, same thing, pretty cheap, $50 or someone. Hire someone in the area to you send them the contract, email them the contract, and then they can print it out and go to the person's house and get it signed for you, and email it back and send you the original. So pretty simple. I mean, you know what I mean? All right, so yeah, no low balls, right? I'm educating them on everything. PropStream, that's right. That's all I use in my business. EstesData.com. Check that out. 7-day free trial. You can use all this right here. 7-day free trial. Check it out. Orange County. I love Orange County. I'm going to be in California before long, because you know why? Because there's massive deals there. Massive deals. When I say massive deals, I don't mean a lot of deals, but I mean big spreads, right? So instead of this deal I just talked about, which you probably make $10,000, $15,000 on that deal I just did tonight, I can go out to Orange County and I might be able to make $40,000, $50,000 per house because the prices are more, right? This house here, I'm talking about buying it for $16,000. Obviously, I can't make $50,000 on a house I'm buying at $16,000, but it was worth probably double what I'm going to get it for. Okay. Okay, good. I'm glad you like it. What system? A system is just PropStream, I believe. But I'm talking internal systems, right? When I teach people in my courses, in my programs, and once again, if you guys are interested in me personally helping you, I do have a program coming out here in a couple of weeks. It's going to be dropping. And when I say systems, I mean a tailored system is a step, paint by numbers, step by step by step by step by step, how to do this business. What I just did, right? I'm giving you my phone scripts. I'm giving you all my rebuttals, right? I'm giving you how to do this, how to comp properties and talk to people around you on the phone with them, right? How to do all this, how to send the contract, how to get it back, right? How to get to the title company, all the way to closing, my process is to find the buyer, right? Complete step by step by step. I call it a system because it is a system that I developed where it just runs an autopilot, right? And I can show you guys how to do that. Well, it all depends, right? When it's a new lead, I go in with a lot more rapport, right? Because it's really your first introduction to these people. Most of these leads I called tonight, they've already responded to one of my messages, and most likely they might have talked to somebody on my team already. But for whatever reason, they weren't able to close them, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just doing follow-up. So what I'm trying to do is very quickly, because for me, what I was trying to do tonight for you guys was hopefully show you how to get a house under contract over the phone, which I believe I did. I didn't quite get there, but I'll do it again, and I will. So I wanted to get through these, and I wanted, like I said, the powers of the numbers. So I'm gauging motivation. If there's motivation, then I'm kind of yelling rapport. But, you don't want to be an asshole on the phone. Your introduction's got to be to a point where it's tonality, right? I don't know if you can kind of hear it in my voice. Hopefully you guys can maybe go back and rewatch this video as well. But, I'm talking to the person, and if you notice or not, but it doesn't sound like a sales call. I'm not calling out the person and asking for the person and asking for the address, and there's nothing about what I did that seemed like a sales call. Every single person, hopefully, that you saw me talk to, it seemed like I've known that person before. Like I've talked to them before. I'm talking to them like they're my friend. What's up, pal? What's up, buddy? I'm swearing to them. Yeah, that I would never want to be that. Being a landlord sucks. I wouldn't. I'm talking to them like a real person, right? Because that's how I want people to talk to me, and that's how I talk to you, right? I talk to you like you're my friend, no? And I associate you guys as my friend. I would talk to you as I would talk to anybody, right? And that's how I talk to my customers, because people respect that. I respect that, so that's how I talk to other people, and it goes a long ways. So it's not salesy. I'm not coming off with this script that sounds made up. You know, I'm talking to people and have an introduction like, hey, Tom, hey, Betty, hey, what's going on? How you doing today? I'm calling about your property. I want to buy that property, right? I'm having a friendly conversation. So even though it might not seem like I'm doing a whole lot of building rapport on the front end with some of these people, it comes down to tonality. And then I'm really getting more into the weeds and more of the rapport, getting to know them once I know that there's some motivation on there. Because I don't want to waste a whole lot of time going through these leads if there's no motivation and just wasting time. So to answer your question, there really is no time. But just try to get people's motivation. I mean, I'm asking for a number out of every single person. If you notice that, I hardly ever give the first number. I make them give me a number. And if there's no motivation, I tell them, hey, listen, I want to be honest with you. We're probably not the best fit. I wish you the best of luck. I'll follow up. Okay. All right. Let's get some more questions in. What list do I target most? I target everything on here, guys. I pull all the data. If you're part of my program, I show you, really how to fine tune this, but I'm pulling vacant, I'm pulling pre-foreclosure, I'm pulling liens, I'm pulling bankruptcy, divorce, probate. I mean, everything. I mean, every kind of, I'm pulling high equity, I'm pulling absentee. Because once again, the power is in the numbers. And what I'm trying to do is talk to as many people as possible. And the more people I can talk to, the more offers I can make and the more money I'm going to make at the end of the day. All right. All right. I like the way you're doing the data and prop stream. How would you then find a buyer for the deal? Very simple. I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. We'll save that for another night. But I have a complete 8-step process to sell all my deals efficiently and effectively. And normally I can sell the deals within a couple of days. But essentially all my cash buyers are right in here. I'm going to show you quickly. If I just go cash, oh, sorry, wrong one. If I go sold, I go down here to cash buyers, right? These are cash buyers. So this is probably an investor. So what I would do, I would simply go in here, get details, and I would call all these cash buyers, right? Because this is what I want to sell it to, is cash buyers. So I would call all these people. That's one step. I think that's like number five step in the process of 8, I believe. Maybe it's number 4. This isn't really loading that well. But anyways, yeah, I would call this person. He's a cash buyer. So I'll just go through these, right? I would go through these and just keep on calling these people because these are my cash buyers who are buying within a 1-mile radius of this property that I'm trying to sell. So if this is my property, I'm calling all these people, right? So that's one step. I'll just go through these and I'll just call these people. These are my cash buyers. Okay. How do we ask questions? Right here. I can see you. Ask your question. If you want to hop on live with me, send me a DM and I'll just get you the code so you can come in. Do you use your own personal title company on every deal? No, I don't own a title company. I pick a local title company in the market. Okay. I teach people too how to find investor friendly title companies in every market. Okay. The market does not matter, guys. The market does not matter. There's deals in every single market, right? Consistency and calling a lot of people and making a lot of offers is going to make you more money than spending a lot of time trying to figure out the perfect market. Okay. But with that said, yeah, there are certain things. If you're going virtual, yeah, there's I think I have 8 steps. Same thing. I think I have 7 or 8 steps in my program that I show you how to pick the most effective market based on what your goals are. And, just to give you a little bit of that information, right? So I like to give you guys as much as I can, right? I spill everything, right? I don't hold anything back with you guys. But yeah, so I like to find markets that have like a high number of cash sales, a high number of flips. And I like to find markets that have a good ROI for investors or a good cap rate. And you can find that like right in Google. And there's some tricks inside List Source and inside PropStream to find out markets that have the most number of cash sales. Okay. But to answer your question, I wouldn't get hung up on it. I'd be more concerned about talking to more people than spending that valuable time trying to pick the perfect market, because in that time I can probably get you a deal. Okay. In any market. No, so when you're wholesaling, right? We're not. Did you update the training now to the virtual? No. So what I'm doing is I'm coming out with 2 programs, guys. I'm updating one program that's a complete step-by-step how to get started, but it's completely revamped. And I'm also have another one coming out in a few weeks that's really made for a virtual. I'm going to show you how to do this all from your laptop in any market in the country. Okay. It's not going to be that expensive, guys. I'm going to make it super, super affordable. You know, so I can get as many people in, right? Like, it's all about serving you guys. Obviously, I got to charge something for my time, right? Because just like tonight, if you take my program, you know, we're going to be doing these kind of calls, right? So, and I'm going to put everything I have into it. All right. So, but if you're interested, go back to the previous question, just send me a DM. I'll get you all the information. And if you want to be put on the list for people to know about it, I can put you on that list. So, and I'm going to give it a really, really big discount for all the people that initially buy when it comes out, right? So my first group of people are going to get a big discount. So if you want to be in that, let me know. All right. All right, watch it. Yeah, rewatch it, guys. Rewatch this. Yeah, so you can make deals in any town. I'm from Maine, right? You see my T-shirt from Maine, and I do deals there. Small town, right? How do we ask questions? I mean, rewatch the video, my man. You mean you're just? Oh, how do you ask questions in here? Just right here. If you want to come on live, let me know. I can get you on live. I'll send you a code to come on live. But you ask your questions right in here, right in the chat. No, you don't have to have an LLC. You don't have to have a website. You don't need anything like that when you're first starting. Okay? Like I said, when you're first starting, I don't give a shit about any big programs or anything fancy or anything like that. Your goal, I'm going to show you how to make the most amount of money in the quickest amount of time when you're first starting. And more than that, what I do, if you notice, is I break everything down super, super simple, right? So that's the key. I'm going to get away all the other outside distractions for you. And I don't want you focusing trying to get an LLC and doing this and getting a website and getting a fancy CRM and all these programs, right? You can add those on once you start doing deals. You should start out very, very simply and just focus on the things that are going to get you paid. Having an LLC is not going to get you paid, right? Having a website is not going to get you paid, right? Having more conversations is. Okay? Is your team VAs? I do have VAs, but I have guys in-house too, okay? I have both. VAs kind of handle all the day-to-day just admin tasks and marketing and scrubbing lists and all that kind of stuff. And then guys internally, run the operations and do sales calls like this, right? And find the buyers internally. Just kind of do what I did, right? You're asking questions. You're asking questions to gauge their motivation, right? So you're steering the conversation. The whole point about asking questions, and you're going to respond. They're going to ask another question. You're going to respond, right? But what you're doing by doing this is, you're steering the conversation, right? Hopefully you saw on every single conversation I had tonight, I was in control of those conversations. Nobody was in control of those conversations other than me. I was steering the direction of that conversation and leading them down my sales process from introduction to getting what they want, to figuring out their pain points, giving some numbers of what the property is worth, giving my range, right? Giving an offer. And then hopefully at that point, I'm either negotiating into a contract or I'm telling them I'm going to follow up with them, right? And you might not have saw that on every single call, but if you look back, every single phone call is the exact same process, right? And it's a process that I teach, and you just learn over time, right? I'm directing the flow of the conversation. Not every script is exactly the same, but the conversation, the flow of that conversation is the same every single time, okay? Yeah, and if you guys didn't see on my Facebook group the other day, I am thinking about starting a JV program where you guys can actually team up with me and my company to start doing deals together. So if you're interested in that, send me a DM or comment down below the post inside my Facebook group so I can make sure I can tell you about that. I'm going to be rolling that out, I believe, right? We're working out through the logistics of it, but I believe that's going to be pretty cool too. Once again, guys, just trying to provide value and to this community and trying to help you guys. I know, even some people don't have money to do this on their own, right? So maybe they can't, or they don't feel like, even if I help them with my program and show them how to do it, they still might not feel comfortable doing it on their own. So maybe they want to partner up first, make a little bit of money, then use that money to reinvest in my program so they can go out on their own and do it, right? So I'm trying to cover all the bases. I'm trying to help you guys and come up with all kinds of different scenarios of provide the most amount of value to this community. And so you guys can start making money and live up to your potential, essentially, right? Okay. Send me a message. I'm still kind of working through the pricing, but like I said, it's going to be affordable, and I'm going to give it like big discounts for the first people that sign up. Because I want to get a big push of people coming in and help a lot of people on the initial when it first launches. Okay. Okay. I'm interested. Okay. Interested in a virtual program. Good. Send me a message so I know. Send me a DM. Okay. PropStream.com right here. estesdata.com is where you want to go. Estes Data, it will give you that 7-day free trial. And if you sign up with Estes Data, it gives you a little bit of a discount. Okay. Sending a DM. If you're on YouTube, you gotta go to Facebook or Instagram. Send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Join my Facebook group if you're not in there. That's a great spot for you. But send me a message on Instagram or Facebook because you can on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, it's easy finding buyers. I know it's easy for me to say that to you guys but realistically, if you have a deal, you should be able to sell the deal like that. Like, it's not hard giving away equity in a deal to people, but you got to have a deal. Okay, you got to have a deal. So if you don't know how to comp it right, by using this and how to comp your properties, you're going to have a little bit of a problem. So, but yeah, it's not hard giving away a deal. How many cold calls you recommend a beginner per day? Well, my answer is going to be as many as you can possibly do. Like, every single person is different, but you just got to realize, okay? Like I said this a few times tonight, but there's a direct correlation between the number of people you're calling and how quickly you're going to start making money. So, what it comes down to normally is It may take, in some businesses, right? In my business, it's about 35 leads for every contract, right? So tonight, how many leads did I have to call? I don't think I called 35 people. I mean, I might have called 20 people. So I mean, you know, maybe I'm like 1 in 20. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was 35. But average in my company, when we do all the reporting every quarter, we're about 1 in every 35 leads, we get 1 contract. You know, when you're starting off, it's going to be higher than that, probably double that. And how many calls is it going to take to get 1 lead? It's going to take a lot. So you got to be talking to a lot of people. Inside, I'm going to put it this way to you. To be the most successful, inside Estes data, inside PropStream, you get 10,000 downloads of records every month for your data, right? To be successful, you want to be calling every 10,000 of those every single month. So what does that mean? All right, how many days a week are you calling? So let's just say you got 10,000 divided by 4. So that's 2,500 people I would recommend that you call every single week. And if you're doing it, what, 6 days a week, 5 days a week? I don't know. Say it's only 5 days a week. That's 500 people a day I would like you to call. That's a lot of people. But if you're on a dialer, if you're on a triple dialer, I mean, you can do that in no time. It's quick, all right? Or you can send 500 text messages or 500 voicemail blasts. But you got to do something to contact 500 people every single day if you want the maximum amount of results for your data that you can get for $97 a month. Okay, that's what I recommend. But not everyone can do that. So you do what the max that you can do. Okay. Yeah, but just make sure you realize the more people you contact, the faster you're going to do a deal. Because it may take one person might be able to call 10,000 people in a week and get a deal. It may take another person 6 months to get through 10,000 people, right? So what's the moral of the story? You're still contacting the same amount of people, but the person who does it quicker is going to get paid quicker, right? So it's a numbers game, okay? So you do the maximum that you can do, and that will get you paid the fastest. That's what I recommend. Yeah, this is exactly how I teach it when we're doing them virtually, right? Because you have to, right? You got to go through your data. I'm making offers on that first phone call, right? I'm not wasting time going back and forth and making 3 or 4 phone calls and trying to figure out what I can pay for a property. I know within minutes of exactly what I can pay for a property just by looking at the data. I can look here. I'm just looking really, really quickly, and I know exactly what I can pay. It's simple. If you're interested in learning, hit me up. I got you. I'll take good care of you, I promise. I don't know who you are, and if you want to be part of the JV partnership program, you got to send me a DM or you got to comment on my post that I put that in, because I can't keep track of all the people, so you have to DM me or put it below that post that I did, so I know that you're interested. Okay, I got to have a way to track this. So I'm not sure who this is. Like I said, I can't see this Facebook user. I don't know who that is. So make sure you contact me somehow. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, send me a DM. I'm excited to get going with you guys. I'm excited to help you guys, right? I think it's going to be awesome, right? I'm just trying to think of all the ways I can keep on helping you motherfuckers, right? That's what it's all about. All right. I love this shit, man. I love helping and providing a value. If you guys can't tell, right? I love this business. I'm passionate about real estate. I've been in this business 17 years. I've been in this business longer than probably most all the other gurus out there. I started in real estate when I was 20 years old. I'm 37 now. And I figured out how the fuck to do it, right? And I enjoy doing it, and I like helping people. If I didn't like helping people, I wouldn't be on here for you 2 hours every single week, right? So I have your best interest. I promise you that. All right. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure what this email is. Send me a DM. Beautiful IG. Thanks again. All right, guys. Looks like that's all the comments. I appreciate you guys. It's been 2 hours. I'm going to get a little more work done tonight, but hopefully you guys found this super, super valuable tonight. This is something new for me. I think it's new for this community. I don't know anyone else doing these kind of live calls or really show you. Because in my experience, it's one thing to teach something. It's another thing to look over someone's shoulder and see how they're doing it. So you can take some tips and some tricks and see that kind of stuff, right? And realistically, this is the shit that even people in the paid courses you pay thousands and thousands of dollars for aren't doing for you. They're not doing this shit for you. I'm doing this shit for you for free, right? So hopefully you guys can see what I'm trying to do for this community and help you guys and provide value. The only thing that I ask is that you show some love back and you share my YouTube channel, you share my group, and help me get my message out to many people as possible. And I will keep on doing this for you guys. So, all right, guys, that's it for one night. I appreciate you. I appreciate all you. And hopefully I want to hear some comments in my group tomorrow of some shit that you learned tonight that you're going to use tomorrow to lock up some deals. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.